Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing about the necessity of knowledge of Itihasa or why we should know about Itihasa or history of Ayurveda. What is the importance of knowing about it and what is the utility that we get after knowing all these things. We'll be discussing this class. So this is the second video lecture on this topic of Ayurveda Itihasa. In the first video lecture, you might have already seen about few points like Itihasa Shabda Utpatti, that is how the etymological derivation of the word Ayurveda Itihasa has occurred, what is the meaning of Iti and what is the meaning of Hasa, etc. And the next topic you might have heard about Itihasa Shabdasya Nirukti, where the video talks about how the derivation has happened, how the different terminologies have come into form, what is the reference given for that in Ramayana, Mahabharata, etc. And also you might have also come across this topic, Itihasa Shabdasya Lakshanaha. What is the definition of the word history? What are the definition given by different authors? Like what is Aristotle tell about it, history? It says that history is an account of unchanging past. So all these topics is being covered in the previous video, and in this video we'll be seeing three more topics under the Itihasa. The first one is Itihasa Vijnanasya Avashyakata, or this talks about what is the necessity of the knowledge of Itihasa, or why we have to study Itihasa. So that is a very common question. Usually students ask that we are here to study the medical science, and why we are put into the classes of history, what we are going to do with learning all this history. So to clear that doubt, I will be taking this time of this video. So I hope I will be able to clear it up. Let's get started. So we know the fact that no science is complete without the study of history. Not only medical science, we would take any science in this world, that is not complete without you study the history of it. Whatever be the science, whether it's engineering, whether it is economics, whatever it is, there is a portion to know about the history, because we should know our past, and not achievements of science but also the foils committed by the patents of scientists are important. So when we talk about, usually whenever we are talking about different science and its development, we always talk about achievements of science, but more than these achievements what we have come across in the history, it is more important to understand the foils or the mistakes or the faults what is being committed by these patents in this history. The necessity of venture of a new achievements and avoid the adventures leading to foil. This helps us to understand that what is the necessity of doing, what is the importance of the new achievements, what are the latest technologies available, what are the latest researches have been occurred, so that you don't go and do the same thing repeatedly. If you know that there is a new technique of what is it, latest you might have known that blood oximeter, it is a latest techniques are available with different sensors available, like just in the fingertips you can use it, or in the smartwatch you can get the O2 level of your blood. So when that technique is available, you don't invest your time and money in developing a technique to understand what is the oxygen saturation of your blood. So that is one point you will understand by seeing the historical developments of your own science. The next thing is that you will be avoid doing the adventures leading to foil. There are many mistakes happened in the history. So if you know this historical faults, what has happened, you will prevent yourself from doing it again. So you know that, see, for example, one drug is helpful in treating one disease, but rather than checking it on patients and finding it after a long period of time and money and all those things, if you look at the history of the drug, you may find out that some place or somewhere the trial has happened and it's found that this drug is not sufficient enough to treat the disease. So that will help in preventing doing the same mistake what has been done by someone else. So these are the main two necessity of knowing Itihasa. So there is more so in the case of medical science. These examples are very peculiar and very important in medical science. Let's take a classic example of thalidomide. So thalidomide is a drug which was introduced in late 80s to be used, late 70s I guess, to be used in the treatment of headache actually. So this was a very good medicine at that time. It was used for treating of headache. Just now you use this or what is it, Saridon and all those things. At that time, thalidomide was a very common drug, and it was claimed that the safety, it is safe even for pregnant women also. So even the safety analysis was done, they just proclaimed that this is a safe drug for even women. So whoever pregnant women were there, they also take thalidomide for their headache. And the drug becomes so popular that it was introduced in United States, and even it was a global success. The drug was very popular in the olden days, and many pregnant women delivered child with sealed limbs. Sealed limb means there was some deformity in their limbs, or the limbs of the children were not proper, and it was found that thalidomide was the culprit of this. So the thalidomide incident puts up the highlight on that those who consumed this thalidomide, they were developing their children with a seal limbs. Means those pregnant women who had thalidomide during their pregnancy, when they deliver a child, their limbs of the child were having severe pathology. So there were millions of children with sealed limbs, and the problem became a social tragedy. So this was very much discussed in the earlier days, and cumulative in the banning of thalidomide. Now this drug is no more used in all this treatment, in the treatment of headache, and this is not a what is a over the counter drug. This was banned in usage. Later, this made food and drug authorities to have rigid rules for introduction of new drugs. So now you might be heard about this FDA. FDA passes rules on what are the regulations required for releasing a new drug. Now you might have seen that there is a development in bringing up the Pfizer vaccine in India, but Pfizer vaccine is not brought in India is because it has been not tested in the Indian population. So it is by government is facing some pressure from the different authorities to do testings at the earliest and introduce the Pfizer vaccine at the earliest. But you can't just, even though it has been found to be effective in treating coronavirus in some other area, you can't just drop that medicine over here. So this all decision came back from the historical knowledge of the blunder happened with thalidomide. So that is why now there are lots of rules and regulations, restrictions, which make our authorities to rethink before launching any drug. Okay, so this is one very important concept of knowing the history. And it is worth noting that the thalidomide is used as an effective drug in leprosy. So even it is banned, it is not that it is not at all used. Even now also it is being used in treating leprosy, but it is not used in any pregnant woman anymore. Okay, to avoid tall claims, all new drugs, and to ensure drug safety, thalidomide taught us a bitter lesson. So this is why the historical knowledge of thalidomide make us well versed in what you say treating any new drug, in developing the drug, safety parameters of the drug. All these things is been done because of the historical knowledge of the blunder happened because thalidomide. Without proper knowledge of what happened in the past, no medical scientist will be able to function safely. So you must know what are the safety hazards or what happened in the earlier. With that, you can be more productive and you can be more safe in doing your research. History also embodies human ambitions of the past. Many of our myths and legends are treasures of human medical ambitions. So you might have heard about the story of churning of the milk of ocean and achieving the ambrosia from it, or provision of artificial limbs and prosthetics to some people, just like Ashwini Kumaros. Transplantation surgeries just happened in case of Ganesha. Regaining youth by the elder just happened in case of Chavana Maharshi. So all these things may be a myth met with legends. So met with in myth and legends are recordings of human ambitions, and still humanity is working to achieve this goal. So we are still searching for these goals. In a way, these ambitions instigate us to develop medical science. So these are the ambitions what really put forward our research strategies. So knowing the history, knowing the things what happened in the past, we develop our future research protocol based on those achievements. Thus, the knowledge of history of medical is essential to provide impacts for the medical research and to avoid pitfalls in its course. So this is the importance or necessity of knowing the history in our medical science. And the next topic what I want to tell you about today is about itihasasya pradhanyata, or the significance of history. This is also same like necessity of history. And significance of history also, we know that the essentials of knowledge of history itself provide the significance of history. So what we seen earlier itself shows us how significant history is in our science. Events occurred in a certain circumstances, and creation of the circumstance could be conductive for the similar events. So if we know what circumstance something happened, so we recreate the circumstance again, the same thing would happen again. So for example, this time you might know that the COVID pandemic has happened because of the wider spread and because of our poor hygienic condition and all those things. So to prevent that, we can avoid the similar circumstance to happen again, so that the similar event won't happen again. We could have prevented the second wave, and yet the third wave is at its doorstep. So there are still, if we take from the historical lessons, if the circumstance is preventable, we could have prevent the event again. Hence, unravel the knowledge and to mobilize the society in a positive direction, history could teach us a lesson from the past. A good project or an idea may have failed in the past due to lack of sufficient circumstantial support by way of the technology. So there may be very good ideas in the past which might have failed pathetically because at that time the technology was not good. But if we take those good ideas and with the help of the latest technology, if we use it again in the today's world, it may be a very good success. You might be knowing that the one of the Delhi Sultan, what is his name, Tughlaq. He was the first one to introduce currency in this country. In this, not in the country, in the entire world, he was the first one to introduce the currency. The what is a paper currency like things was introduced first by him. Till that time, they were using gold or silver coins as an exchange media. But during a war, he found short of this gold and silver coins. So he introduced something called as exchange currencies. But at that time, the idea was so flop that he get the name of a fool because of this pathetic idea. But just imagine today the world run with this idea of currency. At that time, he didn't have the technology to prevent forgery of it or prevent the fake currency to come into market. So whatever currency he made, his enemies made more fake currencies in the similar dimensions, and his economy collapsed. But today the technology is so good that we can prevent the fake currencies to be manufactured, or we can identify the fake currencies very easily. So at that time you may find that his idea was very poor, or he was a fool. But just understand that that was actually a good idea. With the help of new technology, we are using it in our day-to-day life. So in same way in medical science also, if you know the history, there may be very poor ideas in the past, but with the help of the latest technology, we can bring back that ideas to life, and it may be life saving for our new future generations. So in the past, most of the surgical interventions were failure because of lack of appropriate technology, but not now. Now we have lots of technology which makes our surgical ability to be very what do you say, stable and very successive. The invention of antibiotic, heart-lung machine, anesthetic have made us to perform surgery more successfully in today's. Studying history thus provide insight about the potentialities and limitations of human beings and the science. So this is the what do you say, importance of studying the history. Now, last portion I want to talk about today is that itihasasya prayojanam, or what is the utility of history. So utility of history can be talked in 5 points. First utility is that to determine the direction of scientific research. The second one is that to avoid repeated foils of the past. Third one is that inspire new scholars to work for science and to do research. Fourth is that to generate a sense of pride about the science handled by the scientist. And the last point is that to point out the area of interest. So these are the utilities of knowing history. So with this small talk, I will conclude today's class. I hope you understood from this video lecture. And in case of any doubts, please come forward in the interactive classes. Thank you very much.